Let's be honest, for years, branding your business's interior has felt like a compromise, right? You had to settle for things like vinyl panels and really disruptive mural projects because, well, there just wasn't a better option. But that's all changing. Technology is now delivering these incredible architectural-scale images with a speed and precision that actually fits with how modern businesses need to operate. So let's dive into how this new approach completely avoids the pitfalls of those old wall coverings.
So, a serious question for you. Are your walls an asset, or are they a liability? I mean, if you've ever cringed at peeling vinyl, or seen those frustrating bubbles in wallpaper, or worse, had to shut down a part of your business just for a brand refresh, you know the real cost. These aren't just little cosmetic issues, they're major operational headaches.
Okay, so this slide really tells the whole story. It's like a tale of two walls. Over on one side, you've got the traditional approach, with all the things that drive us crazy. The seams, the bubbles, the expensive downtime, and so much waste. But on the other side, you've got the modern solution. Totally seamless, perfectly integrated, incredibly fast, and sustainable. The choice seems pretty clear, but let's break down exactly why it's such a game changer.
All right, so first things first, let's really diagnose the core problem. Because to truly get the value of this new technology, we have to be really clear about why the old ways just don't cut it in today's demanding commercial spaces.
And here's the thing with traditional materials. These failures aren't just possible. You can pretty much count on them. Those peeling edges become an invitation for damage. The bubbling is almost inevitable. And if you're a brand with a bunch of locations, you're dealing with inconsistent results, shipping mistakes. It can derail your entire rollout. It just traps you in this cycle of constant, expensive fixes.
But you know what the single biggest cost is? It's not the vinyl, it's not the wallpaper, it's this: downtime. Shutting down a hospital hallway, a retail store, or an entire office floor just to update a wall, that is a massive operational hit. And the cost of that disruption? It's way, way more than the materials themselves.
So, if that's the problem, and it's a big one, what's the answer? Well, this is where technology steps in and offers a real breakthrough. A whole new approach that was designed from the ground up to solve these exact operational and aesthetic challenges.
This is it. Direct-to-wall printing. Now, let's be super clear. This is not wallpaper. It's not a giant vinyl sticker. It is a specialized technology that prints a crisp, photorealistic image right onto the wall itself. The key thing to remember here: no adhesives, no panels, and absolutely no seams. The image literally becomes a part of the architecture.
And the process itself? It's incredibly streamlined. It all starts with a quick site survey. Then we prep the digital artwork centrally. A mobile printer shows up on site and applies the image with incredible precision. And the best part? Your space is typically ready to go again in just a few hours, not days. Think about that.
Okay, so now that we know what the tech is, let's circle back to all those problems we talked about earlier. This is where the rubber meets the road. This is where we see the real, tangible benefits that solve all those old frustrations.
This number right here, this is the total game changer. Less than 5 hours. For a hospital, that's the time between visiting hours. For an office, that's an overnight job. No one even has to know we were there. This kind of speed pretty much eliminates the costly operational downtime that makes the old methods such a nightmare.
But the benefits go way beyond just speed. You get this beautiful, seamless finish that's super durable and easy to clean. And when it's time for an update, you just paint right over it. No scraping, no mess, no costly removal. And because we print on-site, you completely eliminate the risk of shipping damage or fabrication mistakes.
This chart really puts the long-term value into perspective, doesn't it? Look at traditional vinyl. It's disruptive to install, it's bound to fail, and it's a pain to get rid of. But with direct-to-wall printing, we're talking minimal disruption at every single stage of its life. This is how you lower the total cost of ownership.
So what's really essential to understand is that this is so much bigger than just decorating one wall. This technology fundamentally changes how a business can manage and scale its brand identity across an entire portfolio of properties. Let's take a look at that bigger picture.
You know one of the biggest challenges for any multi-location brand? Consistency. How do you get that same premium look in a brand new building with perfect drywall as you do in an old warehouse with rough brick? Well, this technology solves that, period. It prints a perfectly consistent, beautiful image on pretty much any surface you can think of, which guarantees your brand looks great everywhere.
And this case study shows you just how powerful that is in the real world.
A retail chain needed to update 60 stores. Using the old methods, that project was going to take 8 weeks. 8 weeks! With direct-to-wall printing, they finished the entire rollout in just 2 weeks. That's not just faster, that is a massive competitive advantage.
I absolutely love this quote because it really gets to the heart of what this is all about. We're moving beyond just decorating. We're not just sticking a picture on a wall anymore. When the graphic is seamlessly integrated right into the surface, the whole space feels more intentional, more cohesive. It feels designed. And ultimately, this all leads to a huge shift in thinking. Your walls stop being this constant maintenance headache, and they become a managed asset. This means you can have centralized control over all your artwork, predictable pricing for rollouts, and even subscription models to keep your branding fresh. It's a truly strategic approach that reduces both risk and your long-term costs. And that brings us to the final question you should be asking yourself. Is your physical space just another line item on a spreadsheet, a recurring expense you just have to deal with? Or is it a strategic, manageable asset that is actively and powerfully building your brand? With the right technology, that choice is finally yours.